Hello, I'm Glenn Tobey. I'm a Springfar Shikang master and a psychotherapist. The topic of this talk on the art of coming home to your heart is on the specific focus on emptiness. So emptiness is kind of like, I know nothing. I'm not there. There's no direction. There's no coming. There's no going. I know nothing. Now, I've perfected that on the humorous side, I know nothing. But on the deeper side, the idea of not letting a lot of things get in the way of the coming home. It really is a profound state of training about knowing nothing in order to feel the emptiness that guides you to your heart. Now, every several years, I needed to get a new license plate for my car to register it. So, I pay some money and they give me a license plate. I have to take off the old one and put on the new one. Well, this time the bolts on the back license plate were just rusted solid. And I tried everything. I had to get it done by the next day. I screw here, this there, and the wrench and liquid, and nothing worked. I had a chisel. I couldn't get it was, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I got to get it off. So I went down to the local hardware store. They know me. The hardware store is really a store that's got so many different buckets and compartments of things. As a young child, it was my favorite place to go. I'd wander up and down the aisles, screws and nuts and gadgets and widgets, just an incredibly diverse, so helpful of a store. So anyway, I talked to Patty. I said, Patty, I got a problem. I'm not sure we can solve this one. And she goes, there's about 11 tools I have for you that can get that rusted screw off. Now, how big is it and what is it? And, so she brought me down the aisle and she got me this tool. Here's how you use it. You can do this and do that, and here's how you can do it. And I go, oh. So it's like this hardware store was saying, empty yourself, Glenn, that the knowledge or the panic that you're having, actually, if you let go of all the I can't do this, this is impossible, that in a hardware store of life, there's Patties that say, there's a solution to this. Almost like, let me take you home. Here's the new gadget for $2.99 US dollars. It can take you home. And guess what? I went back to the driveway, Hey, now I know that there's about 13 different ways to take off rusted screws. I'll never be a mechanic or a car mechanic, but I know that I met some kindness. I know I can take from my trip to the hardware store, an act of kindness comes my way. An act of emptying or saying what I know, what I don't know, and kindness comes my way. So I can let the kindness through to me, get into the stillness. So stillness too is about the profound home inside you. The more I'm distracted by my panic, the more I'm out there, then the stillness, the power of my heart is hard to find. So enlightenment, emptiness, stillness, huge concepts. But actually, you don't have to go to the mountaintop. Kind of a global hardware store, like there's many hardware stores, so to speak, throughout the globe with so many different solutions, not just one. So here's the last little story. A number of years ago, my friend's father passed away. Then they decided that once a year, the family would come in and they'd have a little golf tournament, and then they'd eat some food. Now, I really wasn't a part of their family, but they invited me in as an adopted family member. So every year, they play this little friendly, family-friendly, competitive golf tournament, And I wasn't really a great golfer, so I went out once in the beginning of the summer just to practice so I wouldn't look like a complete fool. Then I'd play in the tournament, Then one day they had to leave early, so I stayed and I played a couple more rounds of golf. Now, again, I wasn't very good, but I got to the edge of the green, I'm holding the golf club, and I just said, well, I really don't know anything. And then I got really still inside me. And all of a sudden, I understood golf completely. There's the feeling inside me, I understood golf. I was enlightened, so to speak, not a mountaintop enlightenment. So then I decided I'd play 9 more holes of golf. With this understanding, I shot like 15 strokes better than I've ever played before. And I never played again. Because it wasn't about getting a better score, it was this coming home. I had this enlightening tool to be connected to the source of things. It's so important. So I don't know how this little bird made this little bird's nest, but it took all summer. And I go, wow, incredible. How can a little bird do this when I have really no clue how to weave? So life can teach you so much. Empty, stillness, enlightened. Thanks for listening.